Hello everyone, Random Mando here. I'm alive. I'm back with some spoilers. Today we're going to be talking about Seeking Answers spoilers. Ooh. Yeah, I know. So we'll just jump right into it. First spoiler, that's a zero drop red hero event contingency plan. Spot a unique red character to reveal the top 3 cards of a deck. You may play an event revealed this way. Few things you need to note here is that it's a deck. Any deck, your deck, the opponent's deck, doesn't matter. Another thing is you still need to spot your cards and pay the cost. So it's not spotting any cards. You're not, it's not free. Basically, it allows you to look at the top 3 cards of a deck, spotting your dudes, paying the cost, and then doing whatever it says. It has to be an event as well. Some cards I thought of were getting Black Market Connection. Let's say you discarded one. It's a way to look at the top 3. Maybe Black Market Connection's in there. Maybe it's not. But it's very interesting. Another thing is like if you're out of removal, lay this card. You can search your deck for removal, or the opponent's deck. If you're thinking, hey, they've got, I know their hand, I know their deck. They've got removal in their deck. I'll lay this, go into their deck, use their own removal on their own dice. It's very interesting. Because let's say you're running red yellow with this, and you lay it. You choose the opponent's deck, reveal the top 3 cards. One of them is a Headstrong. You could use their Headstrong to remove their dice. It's pretty cool. Or I mean, you could use it on your deck. But I think there's definitely options there to go with. You could use it on your deck. You could use it on the opponent's deck. It's very versatile. The only thing, I mean, they're revealed, so everybody gets to see them. But I mean, it's an event. It's red. Nothing really to say here. The next card is the Tantive 4. It's a 3-cost hero red support capital ship. 3 ranged, 1 focus, 2 focus, 2 shields, 2 resources blank. After you activate the support, you may activate a red vehicle you control. So a few things to note here is you cannot pilot a capital ship. That's just something you should know. So you can't like pilot this into another vehicle and get a ton of dice because you can't pilot a capital ship. You can't eject it either. But for a 3-drop, this is still pretty decent. It's got a 3 range side, that's pretty good. 2 focus side, nothing to laugh at. 2 shields, 2 money. The worst side is arguably the 1 focus side because you're getting rid of the Tantive's die to focus another die. So that's the only side I think I would almost always re-roll. But every other side except for the blank I'd probably take, and the 1 focus. Some cards to think about that. You've got ATTE. It's on the relative scale, cost-wise. They're both 3 drops. If you can compare it, I mean, for 1 die, the Tantive has just better sides. It's got the 2 money instead of the 1 money, the 2 shields instead of the 1 shield, so 3 gun instead of the 2 gun, the 2 focus, probably better than the 2 indirect. The only thing it lacks is where that one focus instead of the special, and the fact that you get 2 ATTE die, which if you think about it, if you put the results of 2 ATT dice together, you get 4 ranged, 4 indirect, 2 shields, 2 money, and 2 specials, and 2 blanks. So in that regard, they're pretty much the same. You could also do the Rogue One is another one you can compare it to. They're both 3 drops, they're both unique. They both have a 3 range side. Though, to be honest, if I'm going to play one of these, I'm playing the Tantive just for the fact that it has a 2 money side instead of just a 1, a 2 shield side instead of just a 1, a 2 focus side instead of just a 2 indirect side, and a 3 ranged for the 3 ranged, arguably just better sides. It also gives you tempo, so you can activate this into another red vehicle. There isn't too many really great red vehicles, but you can activate this into an ATTE and get 2 dice into the board. Another card you could compare it to would be the Redemption. They're kind of the same sides, only difference being Redemption has the 2 shields, where the Tantive only has a 1 focus, and then of course the one range side on the Tantive is worth 1 more. For 1 more resource, pretty much the same die, and the fact that you get 2 medical droids. So I don't know, but otherwise the Tantive is looking pretty solid for a 3-drop. It fits the capital ship thing, so for a 3-drop to get a capital ship, that's an easy way to unlock that new 0-cost removal card that just got spoiled. It's a really nice way to remove dice. Lay the Tanta V, and any other cards that we haven't seen that relate to capital ships. It might be very good as a 3-drop capital ship, because a lot of the capital ships we've been seeing, or the one I think we've seen, one capital ship? Yeah, it's been more on the expensive side, and I'm sure we'll see more. But that's so to be a 3-drop one is probably going to be valuable in some regards. I hope. I think that's really it. A solid 3-drop. Get a little bit of tempo. Get the capital ship subtype for however valuable that will be. And just nice die for cost. Alright, so that brings us to the final spoiler I have. Leia Organa, the princess. 12 health, 12-14 red hero, character dash leader. So, charm, 1 discard, 2 discard, 1 shield, 2 reroll, so seeing that new reroll side, 1 resource blank. Power action is remove 2 charm tokens from a character to reveal the top card from that character's controller's deck. Then you may play that card for free if able. Otherwise, discard it to discard cards from that player's deck equal to that card's cost. So very interesting. If you're looking for that charm like synergy, if you like that, you got this person over here. They both have charm. Not saying this is a great strategy, but just if you really hammer down her power action, then 2 charm characters is probably the way to go. Another thing to note is that charm is usable by both players, so if you're playing against a charm deck, that's very interesting, because you can just go with whatever. Very interesting. Charm battles are going to be one of the most unique ways of a Destiny game, because you're like, okay, if I activate, it's a May, so do I even use charm? This is going to be great. Another charm character you could use is Vigrin, a little cheaper. So again, just trying to use her power action. I'm going to go over it again because it can be nutty. So, you remove 2 charm tokens from a character. Okay, so you need 2 charm tokens. So, if you just have Leia and nobody else has any charms, you need to activate her at least twice. And you've got to be sold on basically your side or the opponent's side, because you use those 2 charm tokens to reveal the top card from that character's controller's deck. You can play that card for free, if able. Otherwise, you discard it to discard cards from that player's deck equal to the card's cost. So this is probably going to be in a mill deck or in a deck that wants to cheat out cards. Because, I mean, just think about this. If you use the power action and you've put the charm tokens on the opponent's characters, and you flip out a 5 cost, an 8 cost, a 7 cost, a 6 cost, a 4 cost, that's that card gone, and 4 other cards. But also just you could play that card for free. Like, I don't see why. I mean, most of the time I'd put it on the opponents unless my strategy was to get free cards from my deck, because I can put the charm tokens on my opponents, use the power action, and if I hit a 4-drop, I can lay that 4-drop for free, or I can discard it and discard 4 cards. I think it's going to be prevalent in, like, if you're playing a Blizzard. I put the 2 charm tokens, I flip the Blizzard, I'll get rid of the Blizzard, and 8 cards. That seems really solid. I mean, that's 9 cards if you hit the Blizzard for just 2 activations. It's very prevalent there. And of course, she's got built-in discard sides. You can hit the hand. So you've got deck built in, you've got hand built in, strong health, red hero. It's a leader, so that brings me to some other pairings. I'm gonna go upgrade stuff and then go to the big pairings. So we've got general, just a thing that Vibro Sword is another thing. Just some 4 costs that hypothetically you can play for free if you're going that route. You also have Bad Batch. She's a leader. You could get it out for free. Pretty nifty. Just another Outriders, another example. Redemption's another example. Just get things out for free. You also have Luminara Unduli. I'm not sure this is the pairing. I think the other pairing, which I'm about to show, is better. But if you really want to hit the hand, focus on the deck. Blue Hero has some great deck milling cards. So between Leia and some blue, try to mill the deck and also make sure their hand is empty each round. But this is the pairing I think that's going to be what I'm going to do. is Padme with Leia. You've got red, yellow hero, very good, synergy there. They're both leaders, even better. Padme hits the deck and can hit the hand. Leia can hit the deck and the hand, so they both have both versatility there. You've got Padme with the power action to get shields. It seems very good here. Not to mention you can run Power of the Tribe, share a subtype. Command, they're both leaders. Headstrong, a lot of great things. High, you can run BB-8, get some money, a lot of great stuff. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. Another thing for Leia Organa's power action, if you're going down that route, is if you use the previous spoiler. So here's I'm just gonna move the spoiler over. Wee, look at that. And then if you bring up this spoiler, then you kind of see where they were going. You can spot a unique red character, which is Leia, to reveal the top 3 cards of a deck, yours or the opponent's, and then see whether or not you're going to use Leia's power action right this very moment, or let's say you reveal the top 3 cards. One's an event, then like some big drop, and then you could lay the event, and then use Leia to power action on the bigger cost thing. So you can kind of use one spoiler to help the other spoiler. It's very interesting like that. But yeah, so Leia Organa. This is actually the second. It's going to be the second ARH standard Leia Organa, because we have the Redemption one, and now we have Princess one. So I guess you can pick and choose which Leia you want to play. This one definitely suits my playstyle more. But the real thing is, like, you can play that card for free. Like, if you're not milling, you can use this on anything. A 2-drop, a 3-drop. Like, if you're desperate for removal, and you're like, oh, I pray there's some removal, you could play a removal card for free. Play a support. I mean, if you're really unfortunate, I'm going to move this back over. If you're really desperate, like, maybe play, like, Market Connection or something. There's just a lot of ways you can go about this power action. I probably want to see the 2 discard resource power action. Probably what I want to see. But yeah, there's definitely ways to utilize this. And I mean, 12-14 for 12 health, pretty decent. If you're just going for 1 die just to utilize the power action, really, that's decent. You're getting the exact same value for your cost in health points, good subtype, good color. Red hero is some of the best. Red yellow hero is some of the best color pairings. So I think they could be very good. But yeah, I think, well, I hope that she can be used, and I mean, just overall, I don't think there's anything necessarily busted, except maybe the fact if you hit like an 8 cost, or maybe if you hit like Rebel Hangar, you play Rebel Hangar, you dig for your. Another thing is Rebel Hangar can't get the Tantavine because it's a capital ship, so another thing about that. In fact, I want to go right back onto the capital ship. I'm not sure how many cards are going to be relating to it, but if a 3-drop capital ship is big, or if capital ship becomes like a very important subtype for doing major things, then I think this could be something. Otherwise, I think I covered everything pretty well. You've probably all already figured out a better way to utilize the 3 cards, but I'd be interested to know your wacky concoctions. I'm hoping to go over the other spoilers that other people have been getting out and stuff, but we'll see. My upload schedule is fantastic. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.